the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
The Buckeyes are never satisfied, even though this team went 12-2 last season, perfect in the Big Ten until the Big Ten championship loss to Indiana. Ryan Day knows the Buckeyes have something to prove. They have got to rebuild and reload after losing some top talent to the NFL. But they have got Jeremiah Smith, and he is the best player in the country. They can build around this superstar. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. Toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So Notre Dame's offense will go on the attack first. And finding space to throw the football against this secondary will be a challenge.
And this talented guy out wide, man, for this offense, he has had his way this season. This will be the biggest challenge for him. And what's the answers on that side? What do they present? Nobody's really been able to stop him, and he's going to get his. But, Palmer, how do they limit the damage, and how do they maybe focus on him and make others beat you?
Well, they talked to us this week on defense, and they said, look, we want to play zone as much as we can. We need to bracket him as often as possible in and out, but we know he's going to line up in different spots, so obviously we've got to communicate. The one thing the quarterback told us this week is, I don't care where he lines up, and I don't care who they cover him with, if it's one or two guys, I'm still throwing him the football because I know he is going to make plays.
Carr. Caught close to the marker. It's Gilbert. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
It's going to be fun to watch this receiving group, I think, for Notre Dame this season. I think one of the things Marcus Freeman's done a really good job of in recent years is go to the portal and bring difference makers at the receiver spot. It was Malachi Fields coming over for Virginia, the big, tall body making big plays downfield last year for the Irish. And this has always been a position, David, that we thought was always a little bit behind some of the...
Here's a little room there. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down. The run inside. It's Young. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice game.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Going to the run, it's Young. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
I'm amazed by this offense. This is how you set the tone for a game. Running, throwing on the opening drive, driving right down the field. You just run to set yourself up now in first and goal. They are feeling it.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football, you come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, And strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Buckeyes offense will now get its first chance with the football. And here comes Julian Sayin. And what a duel this should be. Two of the best quarterbacks in the country.
Man, I've been waiting for this game for a long time, Reese, after everything you just said. Do not blink, do not go to the bathroom, because both of these offenses can score quickly. These passing attacks are two of the most dangerous in the entire country, and it's always fun when you get to this first game now, because it's one thing to do it in practice, but you can't wait to get out and finally do it against a live defense. And when you've got quarterback play and you've got weapons catching the ball like these offenses have, boy, oh boy, you know it's just going to be exciting.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage, but you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle from Brooks.
Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the disjointed start just looks sloppy when you get a false start. It's 2nd and long. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Gets it out quickly. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Such a great job by the defense winning on early downs. What does that mean? Now it means 3rd and long. 3rd and long, now I go to dime packages, to nickel packages. I'm taking linebackers off the field and bringing on DBs to really cover more guys and have more speed on the field.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Running inside, it's Young. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Williams open on the right side. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Now on offense, you're trying to get your running back involved here in the passing game, and obviously no success on that play. Defense seemed like they were aware of it, and all of a sudden you've set yourself up in a tough position here on 3rd.
Under fire! And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
And I feel like the defense needed that stop. Are already giving up a touchdown, early.
Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. 4th down, Carr. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
They'll move the tight end. On the move, it's Jackson. There's a crease. Makes the stop at the 33, but it's a 15-yard gain.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, 2-time Heisman Trophy winner. Turning it on! Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
And when your offensive line can plow holes like that and you can get over 10 yards a carry, like, we don't need to complicate this. Like, this is a very simple form. Be more physical. Hand the football off. That's a great job in back-to-back plays for this offense.
And he couldn't find any room to breathe. What a great job on the run fits by this defense. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Caught in the backfield. It's Johnson. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to the ground game on the left. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Throwing, say it. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They'll send the back in motion. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Right on the money. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback. You're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football. And guys, that's not going to be the last time. Defense has done a nice job taking it away from them up to this point. The question, though, can they keep it up?
Here's Sayin to throw. Swings it out to his running back. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down, but when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
Flips it out in the flat. Could not make his way to the corner.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Smashes it between the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Boy, that last drive, they had a chance to put 3 on the board and passed. This one needs to be productive, David.
I got no problem with aggressiveness. It was a pretty decent drive. This offense isn't fully clicking yet. They need to get in a little better rhythm, and they need to capitalize on those scoring opportunities.
And they've got the weapons to do that too, David. They've got guys that can make plays in space. They need to focus on them and get them the ball this way.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Here's Carr to throw. Pulls it in. It's Gilbert. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. Makes it past the marker. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years, and the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll run it from the gun. Finding some room. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Throwing, Carr. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Williams. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And I love linebackers, man, that just have a nose for the football, an absolute feel. Great job not losing vision, feeling the running back start to come out of the backfield to catch the football, and then doing the most important part. Probably the hardest, too, getting him on the ground.
And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Now here's Carr. Got his man. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short. And you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
And they'll make the tackle for no gain, get the stop, and get the ball back. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Works the middle. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The run inside. It's Jackson. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
You love to see this on offense early in drives. Getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He'll run it again. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go. Running inside, it's Young. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
That has got to be so demoralizing for the defense. You haven't been able to stop this guy all game long. And here on third down, they're handing it off to him anyway because they don't think you can stop him. This defense right now, you see a lot of people hanging their heads a little bit because they're not playing with tons of confidence.
Flips it out to the back. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. So now it's second and long. To throw, it's Carr. It's on target and complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's fourth down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Has to get there to move the sticks. At the 35, he's got room. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Here's Carr to throw. A little release to the back. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to fire. He's got him. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Ball's at the 27. It's third and short. Can they avoid making that fourth down decision? Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be fourth down and 1.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again. So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were in the last fourth down.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on fourth down again. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He's got enough for the first down before he stopped at the 22-yard line.
And I tell you what, it makes it really hard defensively when you have to play 4 downs every time. Like, your goal is to get the fourth down so you can get off the field. When they go for it on fourth down and having so much success, now the play count's starting to roll up there. It's so hard to stop offenses that continue to go for it on fourth down.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Carr. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And the fumble will go out of bounds. They'll lose a few on that one.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job at ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. He's got him in the flat. aggressive on fourth down. They've already converted twice, and they'll try it again. Carr to throw for it on fourth. Unloads to the wideout. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Irish! That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. Out of the end zone.
That's like what you would see on Brunson.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. The give on the counter. Breaks the tackle. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Zayn makes a connection. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. To the air. It's Zayn. Quickly out to the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. Ohio State calls its second timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. It's complete. Oh, he's got some space. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Say it. Got his man out of the backfield. Third and 6 yards to go. Zayn from the gun on 3rd down. Lets it fly. Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be 4th down. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he can kick one from 75, but here he's going to need just 58 of them. Oh, the attempt is no good. After the missed field goal, still down by 11.
Listen, he's a guy that makes 60-yarders in practice, so they give him that opportunity with his big leg. He misses it. The opponent didn't set up the return, so they're going to get the football back now. A pretty good field position. There's still a few ticks left on the clock. They've got a chance to steal some points here late in the half.
Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
In the slant route, you got to put that foot in the ground and cut in a hurry so you can create a little bit of separation from that cornerback, and a nice job with the concentration, plucking that football, pulling it in.
Throwing, Carr. Floats it out in space. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Columbus for an entertaining first half than you? And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. Time to put an end to the speculation and find out. They're inside the horseshoe.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Guys, I caught up with the Buckeyes head coach coming out of the locker room. He is very pleased with his defense right now. As you know, this quarterback that they're facing has got so much hype and so much attention, but they have been able to contain him in the first half. They get the ball here to start the second. We'll see if this defense can keep up that same momentum and shut down that quarterback here in the third. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Right back to him on the ground. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
The run inside. It's Jackson.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Sayin on the play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The Buckeyes are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for it. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet right there. I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on 3rd down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
Here's Julian Sayin to throw. He's got an open man. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. This is one of the great atmospheres in the sport, but this crowd demands to be entertained, and they are entertained right now.
Yeah, and when you got playmakers that you can throw the ball to down the field like Ohio State does consistently every year, you always expect this. This fan base goes nuts because year after year they have elite playmakers.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to throw. It's Sayin. Got his man on the right. And he's still running after the move. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it looks to me like the offense made some adjustments at halftime. Only 3 points in the first half. But here we go in the first drive of this 3rd quarter. And this quarterback looks locked in. Really nice throw there to pick up the first down.
He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And just some general sloppiness from the offense with a false start will back them up 5 at 2nd and long. Pulls it in. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
These 3rd downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be
maybe a crease. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Again, he stopped short on the 2-point conversion attempt. They went right back to the well with the man who scored the touchdown, but he couldn't get it in for the 2. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. So after watching their defense immediately give up a touchdown drive here in the third quarter, they'll try to answer here. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Give to the running back. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. He is threatening to run his way into the Irish annals like Julius Jones did against Pitt and Navy, or maybe rolling like the bus, Jerome Bettis or Vegas Ferguson.
Just having a day. Give it to him. Good things happening. Listen, this offense, they're physical up front. They're creating holes, and the running back is doing the rest. This is clinic tape 101 on how to be physical.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Running inside, it's Young. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Carr above the noise. Finds his man. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
Defenses throughout the week study every 3rd down situation. You got to be ready for what they do, how they do it, and then be able to adjust. Great job by the offense so far having success.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. From the gun, running back gets to give. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Here's C.J. Carr to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And both of these defenses, man, they've been so good. They've been physical. They've been great tackling, limiting explosive plays. But it's these type of plays right here. When it's kind of a 50-50, 60-40, where the offense has to make the play, the defense has been consistently winning in this football game.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. Trying to get it to the marker. Maybe some room here. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And there is no greater friend to a quarterback and to a coach late in the football game when you have the lead and you can pound the rock. Offensive linemen can pave holes, like running back now runs through them, successful, move the ball, and most importantly, that clock can tick. But the physical ground game late in the game, that's how you finish opponents off.
It's complete to the left. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Run in the red zone, it's Young. And they finally ride him down at the 1-yard line.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half and you got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense is...
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
And that's the way you punctuate the long drive. Nice job being physical, getting that ground game going, and Jesse finishing with the ground game.
Yeah, really, I think that drive is really a microcosm of what they've been doing all game, right? Imposing their will by running the football. The defense knew it was coming, and they still couldn't stop it.
Lining up for the PAT. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking for space. It's Jackson. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. The Fighting Irish called their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts.
And false imprisonment. Right after the arrest, while he was still behind bars in Billings, John Trockman told CBS News his version of the moment Buzz and Dutch approached his vehicle.
It's coming down. Something awful is coming down. We both sat there with our mouths open in disbelief as the tall, bald man screamed obscenities, "Get out of the effing car, you effing bastards," etc., etc., with his eyes rolled back in his head. He kicked in the door where Mark was sitting. Mark was trying to get the door open, not realizing it was locked. The next thing I heard was a huge empty blast as debris began to hit me. I didn't dare look down for fear it would be Mark's brains in my lap.
They really made Dutch and I out as monsters. They said we looked like mad cow disease. Our eyes were rolled back on our heads. And I don't think that's true, but I know we were extremely aggressive, almost violent. We didn't hit him, didn't hurt him, but we were extremely aggressive in the arrest. I was concerned for my safety and for Dutch Van Sickle's safety. I broke that window out to gain access to that knob and get that door open and get that man out on the ground. And guess what? Mark Bass had a loaded pistol underneath his jacket.
Ultimately, the courts ruled Buzz and Dutch were justified in arresting the group. We conclude the information within their personal knowledge and relayed by a reliable source constituted sufficient facts and circumstances to lead a reasonable person to believe an offense, such as conspiracy to kidnap or kill a judge, was being committed.
They had the capacity, they had the propensity for violence. I think it would have happened. You just cannot underestimate these guys.
Judge Roddy Garrow himself believed the group had come to abduct him.
Dutch and I, we were sitting in the front row at the trial. Those 2 deputies right there saved my life. The judge thought, and he really believed that they were coming there to kidnap him.
The rest of the way. Got nothing on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Throwing, say it. Makes the catch. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the RPO, complete. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel
Makes a grab and room to run. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
Man, it's players over plays, isn't it? Find your guys, find your matchups. They keep finding him on this drive, and he keeps delivering. That's a really good job by the play caller. Don't try to get tricky. Don't try to outsmart yourself. Your guy is better than his guy.
Nice job by the quarterback and receiver there working on the crossing route. And a big thing for the quarterback there, you've got to be able to give your receiver time to work through all the traffic, get by the linebackers in the middle of the field, and work all the way over to the other side. The offensive line has to give the quarterback time, and the QB's got to be patient, but it all worked out perfectly, and they're able to get a big play.
Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. Trying to keep the drive alive. He will not get it. A fourth down stop for this defense as they try to salt this one away.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with the W.
Gives them a little more breathing room, a 3-yard gain out to the 7.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this.
He just kept going backwards. You have to step up, and they get him for a safety.
The quarterback has to be able to get the ball out. When you're in an empty backfield, this area of the field, you don't have any tight ends or running backs helping you in pass pro. You've got 5 blockers. So you're not going to be able to hold on to it very long, especially if they're adding extra guys. And the QB there needs to know, if it's not open right away, I'm throwing this thing into the bleachers. He does not and gives up the big safety.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. The run inside. It's West. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Here's Sayin to throw. They're working that left side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. They've got a 3rd down and manageable from right around midfield. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 3rd down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy.
And the defense is kind of smiling about that one, right? The receiver got a chance, got open, had a chance to make a play, but man, you don't see it very often, but just lose concentration, and that is a big 3rd down stop for this defense on that drop pass.
And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Here on the Notre Dame sideline, this team is ready to take the field and continue this upset bid. They knew coming into this game that they had to make some noise against the #1 team in the country, and they have so far. They said they have got to finish out this game strong. The coaches are saying keep the energy up. We'll see if they're able to complete the upset here today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Keep it on the ground. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Line gets set, first down. Running inside, it's Young. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for a gap, it's Young. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Young. The offense coughs it up. Bounced right back to them. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable in run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Going to try to get it himself. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. Fourth down, Carr. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And that decision will be questioned for a while. The RPO, it's complete. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. And yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
And the Buckeyes in the hurry up.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
Slings it downfield. Where did he find a hole in that secondary? Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
If you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
They get him stopped, but the big gain has him on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. See it. He wants it all. And it's caught for the late touchdown. So how about this? Maybe we are set up for a finish.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
When you're trying to protect the lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. One possession game, getting late, first order of business, just take care of the football.
So they call this situation 4-minute offense, where you're trying to run the football and throw high percentage passes to maintain possession and bleed the clock. This is a very difficult point of the game to execute at a high level, though.
Yeah, and listen, what you understand as an offense is if I get 1 or 2 first downs, this ball game's over. And that's your sole objective. Not scoring, take care of the football, get a few first downs, walk out with the W.
They go right back to it. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
To run inside, it's Osborne. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
I think if your offense here, the game boils down to this one play on 3rd down with the lead late. If you get the first down, that's ball game. There's not enough time left for the defense to get it back and go march down the field. So let's dial up our best play offensively. Let's make sure our best players are touching the football.
Hoping to move the chains. Here comes Notre Dame on 4th. Tries to get it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Say it. Snagged out of the air. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Yeah, it's a nice job by this offense. Again, get the first down, the clock stops for a second, and now we've got to go fast.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Sayin. The quick out. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. From the gun on 3rd down, Sayin. Firing to the right, complete. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. He spikes it, clock stops as they try to rally late. So now we'll line up for one of the biggest kicks of this game. And this to lock things up late. And it's good! They tied the game in the final seconds.
What a kick for that young man right there. And you just see the way it energized and galvanized his entire sideline. They've tied it up late. This thing's going to OT, and they look like they are ready to rock.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Carr to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he's got enough for the first down, and it'll be at the 35. 4 quarters, not enough to settle this one. We're headed to overtime.
And these teams have played so well, back and forth, evenly contested game. How about a little free football, Jesse?
Yeah, I love this, David. Free football and finding out which of these two teams is the most mature. Who can settle down now with the game on the line and make the big play.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just 2 possessions, Palmer, like you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the 3rd overtime possession, it goes to alternating 2-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
They've got it 1st and 10 from the 25. Carr. Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Running inside. It's Osborne. He just carries him face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again. Now 3rd and long here in overtime as this defense wants to force a field goal attempt. Throws to the wideout. On target over the middle. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground.
Beck's going for the goal line. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. He will not get there as the defense stops him again.
2nd and short equals go up, be physical, move a hole, get a gap, let my back fall forward. That back had nowhere to run, no push up front. Gotta be more physical, Jesse, on those 2nd down.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! They strike first here in overtime.
And I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. It's money time. I've got to be more physical than you. And that's exactly what this offense just did. Put the ball on the ground and put it in the end zone.
The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Here's Julian saying to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking for a man, it's Sayin. Makes the grab.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get 2 bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else.
They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. 1st and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. They'll try to get
first down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Throw it, say it. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I think we need to see more creativity in the route running. We need some slants. We need some out-breaking routes. You're expecting man coverage down this area of the field, so you got to do something to create separation.
Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Say it. Touchdown, Buckeye! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie.
Obviously, very hard to complete passes this area of the field. Nice execution. Now you're down by 1, and now you got to make the decision. Are we going to go for it and try to end the game right here and put this game in our offense's hands? What do you think?
And that's why I love having the ball second, because I get the opportunity to do this. I knew they scored a touchdown. We scored a touchdown. Now, do I want to go for the win, or do I want to continue this game on? It's so nice to have the ball second.
Here in the second overtime, they'll snap it on 1st down. Here's Sayin to throw. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Tight end now in motion. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Here's the pressure. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. 3rd and long, and they'd love to pick it up, but they also need to stay in position for a field goal try. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his big tight end. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Sayin back to the air. The throw. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. That score gives them the lead here in the second overtime. He has been surgical. Precision passes. Using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Now on 1st down, they need to answer with a touchdown. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. This place is alive, and they'd love to force this offense into another mistake. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. Throwing, Carr. Got his man in the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
When you run your slant route and it's against man-to-man, one thing you know you're going to get is hit. When that wide receiver catches the football, slants don't open up wide open. Linebackers are going to be there, safeties are going to be there, so you got to be able to take that hit and hold on to that football.
3rd down in overtime, and they need to get it to the end zone. Carr from the gun on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more, whether it's screen.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Carr to throw for it on 4th. Unloads to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. They say no thanks to that pass interference penalty, and they'll take the results of the play. To the air again, Carr. Under fire. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation, you cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Great job by the quarterback bouncing back. Just got sacked in the previous play. Now all of a sudden it's second and long, and everybody knows you're going to be throwing it. But he comes right back. He stays in the pocket. He's staring down the field. He's not.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish. With that, now a 2-point conversion away from triple overtime.
Man, what a great response by this offense, going down the field, scoring the touchdown. Now, I gotta go for 2. I know the new overtime rules, they changed this years ago. Jesse, you should work on this in practice. What's your go-to 2-point play right here?
I'll tell you, after running the ball as well as they did on that last touchdown, I could see them doing it again. I think they've got confidence in the big fellas up front to get it done, find a way into the end zone, and be more physical.
They've got to get it in on the 2-point try to force a third overtime. Barrels ahead. They got it. Ties the game and will play on in the third overtime. So here we go, dueling 2-point conversions from this point forward. Offense will use a timeout here to make sure everyone is on the same page here in overtime. And now it's all 2-point conversion attempts from here on out. Trying to punch it in. They are stopped on the 2-point try, and now it'll be up to the defense. Now this 2-point conversion attempt for the win. Zayn. That's it. That's the ball game. The 2-point try is a winner in OT. How much fun was that? I mean, you just dream of having games like that every time you go into the booth. I'll watch those two teams play anytime.
Yeah, that's what's fun about good teams. Really good teams squaring off. Like, there wasn't a lot of difference between these two squads. We could watch these every week. Love calling these games because they're competitive. Great talent on the field. Palmer, unfortunately, somebody had to lose.
Yeah, and the higher-ranked team was ranked higher for a reason. At the end of the day, when it came down to it, they made the biggest plays in the most critical moments. Both of these teams have tremendous playmakers, and they're both going to make a lot of noise late in the college football season, but give the higher-ranked team tons of credit. They earned this one.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollock, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.